Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutny and today I will speak about game Mikhail Tal as a white and Lubomir Vtácnik as a black. And this game is interesting, of course, for many reasons. For example, the first reason is that Mikhail Tal will play another great chess game, and I hope you will enjoy this video and this game. Another reason is here because black player is playing queen to b6, and this is one of the sharpest opening. And of course, now is question if white mind or doesn't mind to lose pawn on b2. Yes, Mikhail Tal doesn't mind to lose this pawn, and he's going queen to d2. Okay, let's speak about this position. White is pawn down, but he's enjoying activity. He's enjoying compensation for missing pawn, and now is this chess fight is between two players. One believe in activity, another one or a second one believe in material. What's more? Of course, if Mikhail Tal believe in activity and he is active, I'm sure that white has got good compensation, and now rook to b1 is taking open b file. Every time it's good to place your rooks to open files, and there's a compensation. Okay, now what's important for white to place all your pieces in the game, so to play somewhere bishops and go for short castle as fast as possible, because time now in this position is the most important factor. You know, if you are playing without pawn, if you are playing for activity, you need to be first. You need to be first in attack, you need to be first in the middle game, and you need to be first who is making a threat. So that's the reason why it's good compensation, but need to be fast. Okay, knight to d7, and as I told you, white is ready. White is playing now e5, and even he's losing another pawn. Okay, it's not a big difference if we are one pawn down or two pawns down. I hope you understand what I mean, because I mean that now it's everything about our attack. If we will make strong threats, maybe we are winning. If we will not be able to make threats, we are losing. So one or two pawns, that's no different. Okay, what's going on now here? It's going that white's open another file for the rook, and the difference between white's rooks and black's rooks is huge. Whites have two open or semi-open files, but black's rooks are still sleeping on the last rank, and they are too far to go somewhere where lines are open. So why took on f6? Maybe you are asking why Mikhail Tal is exchanging this bishop, why he is losing two pairs bishop, maybe advantage. You know, everybody knows that two bishops in open positions are strong pieces, but Mikhail Tal has planned at least for two moves. First, he took on f6 by a bishop, and now he is going to sacrifice his rook. So he is sacrificing exchange. One or two pawns down on exchange doesn't matter. What's matter here is this king on e8, and this king is in the middle. So for this king it's too dangerous to go for short castle because of this weakness on g7, and I'm sure that for this king it's too dangerous to go to long castle, maybe because of this rook. So yes, if we are speaking about compensation, I'm sure that Mikhail Tal have compensation, but I'm not sure how big is this compensation. Yes, up to material, black is winning, so now black need to be careful, and black need to do something and to save his position. So knight to e4, and of course white is attacking f6 pawn, and makes sense that black is going back. Black is going back to defend his position. You know, now this game is about defense and attack. Good defender is winning, bad defender is losing. So maybe f5 move is interesting move, but I will show how this position should be dangerous for black and how black need to have defenders. Now f5 is maybe active move, but it's not defending, and check on f6 is a big threat. Okay, maybe here is going to g5, this queen, and two checks, one from the d5 and another one from the g5, and this position smells. This position, it's not nice. Of course, just to go here is check on e7, and black is losing a3 piece, so black should go to d7, check, and up to material. This position, it's maybe bad for black, because still black's pieces are not playing and white is attacking black's position. So at least this variation is trying to show you that this position, it's a really complicated position, and it's terribly hard for black to play this position if white is Mikhail Tal. So I believe that black played a good move. He was coming home, and black's queen is going to save this position. He believed that in the right moves, and if there will be any chance to go to endgame, black is absolutely winning. Why not? So another active move, because now white is attacking twice on f6, and looks like this pawn is important pawn for black. Let's check some variation, and I will show another nice variation. And you know, it's very difficult to play this position. It's very difficult to see all variations and all threats. And of course, white one more time is Mikhail Tal, so he got a great fantasy. So this position is terribly hard for black to play against him. So for example, knight to d7. Let's check here, and white should take on b7 by rook. Why? Because check, and because check here. For example, is check here, and black is losing material. If it's going here, so it's check here and check, and of course that is beautiful checkmate. So as you see that it's tough position. Up to material, of course, no way that black is winning, but this activity still is too hard. It's too hard, too high, and black need to do something, and it's difficult for him to do something here. So he is going to d8. Yes, of course, maybe this square on e8 was too hard for black's king, but anyway, watch black's army. This is not army. This is really bad place pieces, and you know, even black has more material. I'm sure that in this game white's got more material, because white is playing with more pieces, not black. Okay, knight f6, thank you very much for pawn, and just to go to knight d7, it's not the best move ever, because we are taking this piece here. So here knight to d7. But one more time, let's watch this picture. Black's army on two last ranks. Don't be surprised that white is happy. White is not counting material, white is not counting pieces and pawns. He's counting activity, and of course this is a huge active position for white. So he took on d7. Of course, just to take here is a mistake, because white will win a rook on h8. So need to take by a bishop, and one more time, black's army is playing on last two ranks. Okay, yes, of course, white has only two minor pieces and one rook, but don't worry, this rook is on 7th rank, and I'm sure that here is good compensation. Of course, maybe here is threat, check on c6, because here is a threat to take on e7 queen. For this reason, black is going to c8, knight to f3, maybe should go to e5, so f6 move makes sense. F6 move is stopping knight to e5, and one more pawn. So just now speak about compensation. Maybe at this pawn should be some sign of compensations, because a4, a5, a6, a7, and maybe it's a winning position. Of course, it's too far, but where is the biggest compensation for white? I'm sure that the biggest compensation is this piece on the center and not playing this rook. So it's not big different if black has got this rook here or it's not there. So you can see there is no difference in black's army because it's a bad rook anyway. So okay, for this reason rook to f8 and maybe move e5 sounds like it's interesting and it's active, but as you believe in defense you need to bring all your pieces as fast as possible to game and to stay together, and just this move e5 is okay, maybe looks like active move, but still ask this rook what she is doing here, because you know, another threat and another pin and maybe check here, take, check, and this position maybe is still bad for black. Two pieces for the rook, and still here is the biggest black weakness. That was another variation where I'm trying to show you how this position is tough. It's tough for black because there are many threats, and black went to f8, another pin, and for example rook to f7 is a check here, and take, and we are winning. So, or maybe check here, take, and one more time. This endgame sounds to me that it's a good endgame for white. Sometimes from the good attacking position is not a bad idea to go to good endgame. Okay, let's come back because this is another great game of Mikhail Tal, and black is going to e8. Of course, black is under fire and need to survive this position, and his position is shaking, and bishop to b5, another pin. Is pin to king and is pin to e7 queen. So too many pins, and I'm sure that you can see this position and just take a small lesson from this game and use as many threats in your games as you can, because that was the style of Mikhail Tal. Okay, now to b6, and it should be time to play a4, a5, a6. As I told you, this is a sign of compensation. White is playing knight to d2 and of course knight to c4. So threat is checkmate on f6, on d6. Of course, here is a threat. And it's nearly game over. Check on d7 and another pin. So many pins here, and it's not funny to be okay here. Okay, maybe a4, and we are at the end because here black resign. Why? Because check here, if will take, check, and of course it's a one position for white. Another great game of Mikhail Tal. You know, you saw huge amount of energy, huge amount of fantasy, and he doesn't mind to count material. He doesn't mind to play with less pawns, less pieces. He mind to be active. He mind to have all pieces in the game, and he was a great chess player. I'm sure that this game is okay for us to learn, to remember, and to take some experience from this game. Okay, let's speak about how it's important to be active, how it's important to make threats to our opponent, and that's something what we can use in our games. And maybe this game will help us to improve our chess. I'm sure that has a good chance to be our inspiration. Yes, so we are at the end of this video. I would like to thank you very much for your attention. I would like to thank you very much for every likes, every follows, and I hope I will see you soon in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.